Hey, parents. Just wanted to send a little message to encourage you. I'm sure all of you know by now that schools are canceled, at least face to face instruction is canceled for the rest of the year. And as a nurse, I am not surprised. I think I saw that coming. But the reality when it becomes real is still hard to swallow. And with a house full of kids, three of whom are teenagers, missing out on those important milestones for the rest of their school year, we're grieving here at the Offeringa home, and I'm sure you are too. Maybe you're just grieving the experiences your children would have had, trips you would have taken over spring break. Maybe you're floundering and thinking, I am not a teacher. I have no idea how to help my kids over these next couple months, really, to be able to learn and grow academically, spiritually, emotionally, keep them safe and whole. It feels like a lot. And I sat down with my kids today, and I just wanted to share an encouraging conversation that we had. For those of you who don't know, I have two teenagers and a 10-year-old. We also have an exchange student at our home who is in high school. And so we sat down together just to name and acknowledge that this is a time to grieve, and that's okay. We need to share the things that we are going to miss, being with our friends and our routines and everything that has happened, that we would normally be doing right now. And that's okay to grieve those things. But I also feel for our own sanity and our own spiritual health that God helped us come to a conclusion about all of this. Recently, I've been reading the book of Acts, the chapters, I think, like 23 through 28, and studying Paul as he is on trial and he's in prison for 2 years, and then he's on a ship and he's shipwrecked, and all these things are happening. I mean, you talk about your regular life, whatever that is for Paul, being put on hold. He is being imprisoned against his will and not allowed to freely move about and preach the gospel and travel wherever he wants to go, which is his calling in life. And so I'm guessing many of you feel the same. You feel called to go to your job, or you feel an urgency to be at work or to resume the activities and do the things that we want to do. But yet we are, in a way, not completely, but in a way, feeling a bit imprisoned at home. And I thought about that, and I thought how I was inspired by Paul and encouraged by him to not just sit back and say, I'm just going to wait until this all gets better. I'm just going to play games on my phone and do this or do that to kill time, or occasionally help my kids with school. We're just going to kind of limp along until this is all over, and then get back to quote unquote normal life. And I really felt like God was saying to our family, and I want to share this with you, that He's called us to do more than just limp through until life gets back to normal, whatever that is. This is an extended period of abnormal. And this is where we're at right now. And it's not going to change for a while. And if we just remain in limbo for this time, it's going to be a very miserable and trying experience for all of us. Where if we can begin to look and open our heart and grieve the losses, and then turn to the Lord and say, all right, God, what do you have for us right now? What is your calling for us and your purpose for us as an individual and as a family in this time right now? And ask him those sincere questions, I really believe that he will give you and your family a fulfilling purpose through this time, so that you don't have to feel like you're just in limbo and that you're just waiting for the next best thing when life gets back to normal, but you are living out what God has called you to do right now and being effective in furthering his kingdom right now with where you're at this moment. So I don't know if that encourages you. It encourages me because I'm a very I like to be productive. I like to keep moving forward. I like to, be working and doing things. And so for me, that was a very helpful perspective to have. I don't know what that fully means yet for the Offeringa family, each one of us individually and as a whole. I don't know what it means for you, but I want to encourage you to begin to grieve and acknowledge what you're having to give up right now, and then to turn to the Lord and ask, okay, what now? what do you have for us that might even be better than what we had before and might really open our eyes to new things, new opportunities that you never knew God might have for you because of this situation. So I'm praying for each of you as parents, as families, and I hope that that encourages you as it has us. So take care. Miss you guys. This too shall pass, but in the meantime, let's keep working for the kingdom.